Hey guys, it's Dan the Medic. Welcome to the channel. Today's video is it safe in Vegas? Right? Now before we continue, I'd like you to know that, all my content and commentary is for entertainment purposes only, for no other reason, all right? Now we can begin. Is it safe in Vegas? Now, why am I making a video about this? Right? It's been asked in the comments below quite a lot, you know? It really is. If you look through my comments, probably 1 out of every 25 comments is like, is it safe? And it's been a lot of comments. Now, why am I talking about it, right? Well, because, the comments below got me curious and I Googled it, and I saw what Metro had to say. I watched a couple of videos about it and I said, you know what? I have something to say as well. Okay, so this is what I have to say. But who am I? I'm Danny the Medic, right? I have more than a decade of experience in public safety, being on the emergency medical services side, also prior law enforcement, that kind of stuff. But more importantly, I live here. Cesspool, guys. The bigger the circle, the higher the crime. And I live in that big circle. Really bad, guys. Really bad. Okay. So, now, I'm going to tell you something that may not be popular. All right? There are two groups of people in this world. One group believes that safety and security of themselves and their loved ones is the responsibility of somebody else. And obviously, the other group, they believe it is their own responsibility. All right? Now, the difference is that the people who believe that safety and security is somebody else's responsibility, they'll be like, we shouldn't have to be worried about crime. We shouldn't have to. I should be able to wear this little top and walk around without being harassed. We should be able to walk around counting our money and not be robbed. Society needs to be better. No, that's fantasy, guys. Society is the way society is. There are people out there who will, take from you what they want, or at least try to. And you gotta take your own responsibility for it. It's not something that, you can make your politicians make more laws or anything like that, make more policies. That is all nonsense, guys, right? There is fantasy and then there's reality. Now, I made a list. All right. Fantasy. Security cameras. Oh, I feel so safe. There's 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 1,101 security cameras in this area. I feel so safe. No, that's not safety, guys. Security cameras don't have lasers attached that shoots bad guys for you as they attack you. They just record you being attacked. And, by the time this footage gets watched, you may be dead. Your wallet is long gone. Or God forbid, if you're, a nice girl that's, wearing scant clothing and had a few too many drinks and couldn't run too fast because the heels are too high or something. You know what I mean? God forbid. God forbid, guys. I would not wish that on anyone. But security cameras, all it does is provide footage of what happened. And so what if because of the footage, they catch the people? You already been victimized. Forget about it, Oh my God, it's really terrible. So forget about security cameras. They do nothing for you. Okay. Another fantasy. Security guard. Oh, wow, I feel so good. Security guard is standing right there. I feel so safe. No, security guard is there making a paycheck, right? Like, would a criminal act in front of maybe like a group of 3 security guards and stuff like that? Maybe they won't. But that's just time shifting, right? They'll wait for an opportunity away from the security guards, and then, the victimization will happen. So security guards, forget about it, right? Oh, well, we need tougher laws, right? Laws and police, another fantasy, guys, fantasy land. They should make an amusement park out of this. The police, they are called law enforcement officers. Their duty is to enforce the law, right? They're not there to protect you, right? Big difference. Now, sometimes it coincides, right? A crime is happening in front of them and they happen to be there, right? And they have to enforce the law. Therefore, they take down the criminal and saved you. But that is very rare, guys, because their duty is to enforce the law. It's like a public safety, right? Through enforcing the law, catching criminals, make society better, but that is not on a personal scale, not having to do with you specifically, right? If you're looking for protection for you specifically, you're looking at a paid security detail, right? Like how senators or whatever, they got people following them with the glasses and a little ear loop. You know what I mean? That is, like that's what that is, right? Police security detail that you hire is two different things, right? And laws, forget about laws. Laws, all they do is they can make the laws extremely tough, right? Now, let's say someone bludgeon you and take everything you got. That's already a felony. That's a lot of years already. Adding more years to that, is it going to stop them? They're going to be like, well, 10 to 15 for this. Now it's 25. So you know what? Let me go get a job. No, they don't think that way. They are criminals, in my opinion. All right? Now, another fantasy, bad neighborhoods, right? Oh, there'll be people telling you, don't go to, let's say, Naked City, or is crime ridden, or don't go to North this and West that, and, yada, 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 yada. Fantasy, guys, right? Why is that? Because criminals, I'm not saying that if you live there, you're a criminal, not at all, right? Everywhere you got good and bad, which is kind of my point, right? So, the people that is going to do you harm are not actually chained to their front door with a 150-foot chain. So you go, to the bad neighborhood. It's not like, oh, this is the name of the neighborhood. I'm going to step back across the street and I'm safe because here they come running and then, the chain yanks them back. They stay there. No, that's not how it works, guys. People with bad intent, they travel like everybody else. For example, Steve, right? He's fine, don't worry. But he told me that, oh, do you hear about the police chief that got killed in Vegas? I'm like, no, I have not. So I Googled it, right? Turns out two people stole a bunch of cars and decided it would be fun to run people over with them, particularly people on bicycles. So then you got police chief on a bicycle. They ran him down, killed him, right? And I said, oh my God, did this take place in a bad neighborhood, like the typically bad ones you get warned about by everyone else? No, turns out they're up like in the northwestern, like Centennial Hill area, whatever that is. I'm like, that's far. Yeah, bad people get around, guys. All right? They don't just stay where they are. If bad people just stay where they are, they won't get any customers. Like, you know what I mean? Customers or victims. They go to to where the people are that will offer what they're looking for. You know what I mean? You do, right? Like victims, like, you know what I mean? Okay. So the idea of, it's safe on the strip, just stick to the strip. It's safe on Fremont, just stick on Fremont. That is a fantasy, guys, because that's where all the tourists goes, right? And then, of course, and that's where all the scantily dressed girls are so beautiful looking, are all tipsy and partying. That's where they're at. It's like, if you're a criminal, are you just gonna just walk around your own neighborhood trying to do some crime, or are you gonna go to where all the high level targets are? All right, now let's talk about how to be safe. All right, Number one, know your enemy, right? And also know yourself, right? By knowing your enemy, you have to know yourself, right? Who are you? And why would somebody attack you? What is it that they want from you? All right? Because the level of being safe and how much effort you have to put into it really depends on who you are. Now, you may say, I have watched one too many Leslie Nielsen flick or whoever that guy is. The guy with that certain set of skills, right? If you're a daughter of a billionaire, please, you are in danger, right? If you're a politician, or something like that, like that is controversial and people looking to do you harm, there's nothing you can do, you know, against an attack, right? So, who are you, right? For me, I feel safe everywhere I go because I feel like I'm a nobody. I'm just some dude sitting at the bus stop waiting for the bus. Obviously, I got no money. I'm not some beautiful, attractive girl, all tipsy and everything. I'm just some dude sitting there at the bus stop. What are you gonna mug me for? What I possibly have? $10, $20, maybe a bag of buffet. Who knows, right? So I'm a low level risk of a person. That's me. So who are you? Put it in the comments below if you want to. All right. So once you know who you are, then you gotta know who your enemy is, right? So let's say, you're a normal, regular person, right? Your enemy could be, several other human beings out to get your wallet or something, snatch your purse, whatever the case may be, right? You got to defend against the known possible enemies, right? You spend some time think about that. You know, there are people out there, playing high limit. They cash out at the cashier cage. They count like all their hundreds of dollars of bills, and then they walk out onto the strip. No one's looking at you do that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's a lot of security cameras, but once you're off property, I mean, like, even if you're on property, they can snatch it and run, or things like that. Okay. So, how do you protect yourself, right? Number one, be invisible, right? If you're walking down, no matter where you are, if you're invisible, no one sees you, you're fine, right? Just don't walk in the street because then you'll get hit by a car. They're going to be like, boom. What was that? I don't know. I don't know. They just keep on going, So, you know what I mean, right? So, if you can be invisible, that'd be great, right? Then the people looking to do harm to others don't see you, right? Now, a form of being invisible is do not stand out, right? Now, that means don't flash your cash, don't wear expensive stuff, don't dress and like all revealing for you ladies, showing off everything. Some desperate people out there lose control, lose their mind, they can't help themselves, Don't display what people want, all right? Now, I have an example here. It's written. It's called Mike Tyson versus Grandpa. So let's say you're walking down the street. You have, what can you do? You gotta have cash. You gotta have some jewelry, whatever the case may be. And say, oh, let's mug him. Hey, give me your money. They turn around. Oh, SHIT, it's Mike Tyson. They're dead. They're dead. They'll run away faster. And Mike Tyson lives in Vegas, I hear. So they'll run away so fast because they know, they're not gonna win. Oh boy, guys, right? Grandpa, senior citizen walking down the street alone. They may think easy target. It's a very sad thing. I wouldn't wish this on anybody, but it's just not right. They think that they got the upper hand, So anyone out there, senior citizen, law-abiding senior citizen, please be prepared. Think about it. Like no, nobody. It may never happen to you, but just be prepared. Think about what you can do, right? Now, when they attack, right? Now, this is how the idea of feeling safe is, right? When they attack and you know you can win, then you feel safe. If you never gave this any thought, and then you feel safe because of things like security camera, police security guards, being in a good neighborhood and all that, that is fantasy feeling safe, not reality feeling safe, all right? So, you got, I have a list. Hand to hand combat. If you're an expert of such things, terrific, right? Until they bring out the knife, right? Here it is, next item, knife. Now, I was just the other day, I met a viewer, right? And she says that, oh, she carries a little knife for protection, a little folding knife tucked in her purse. Well, I mean, like, I didn't talk to her a lot, so I don't know if she has a martial arts master who trains 3 hours of the day with that knife, but a lot of people would just happen to have it and have done nothing with it but to peel their apples and oranges. That does not make you safe. It's not a magical item that will make you safe. You gotta take it out, you gotta, do the thing with it. It's a hassle, right? Then they got the spray. I believe it or not, people, I know girls who carry spray in the keychain, and she feels safe, right? So I asked her, when's the last time you trained with that? She goes, oh no, I just have it. It makes me feel safer. And no, you're gonna end up spraying yourself in the face, you know? And of course, firearms, my weapon of choice, right? Now, there are people out there, they carry a gun. And I'd be like, why do you carry a gun? They said, it's protection. I said, no, guns are not protection. Guns don't protect anything. Gun is a weapon, right? It helps you fight better. It doesn't do anything to protect you, right? Protection would be more like a piece of body armor. That's protection. You know what I mean? So yeah, firearms, you know. But for me, I'm like, yeah, you gotta have it. Most likely you'll never need it, but should society and everything, they come and they attack you and you're at risk of bodily harm and death, how are you gonna win? Right? So if you are prepared for the situations, then you can feel safe. All right. I think I said enough. Any other questions, put it in the comments below. All right. And again, this is all for entertainment purposes only, for no other reason. Have a good one. Oh, of course, you know, you can feel safe if you lock yourself in a bank vault and just hang out. Then again, you might run out of oxygen.